Hello, I'm Bonnie Lynn Linke, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and welcome to my studio, Stamping with Bonnie Lynn. So as you've heard, there is a color revamp out this year. It's all over the place, and there are the 5 in colors from 2021 through 2023 go away. But the good news is Fresh Freesia is staying on and becoming one of our core colors. I wish Evening Evergreen was, but my wish didn't come true. And then we have 11 of our core colors that are going away. And I don't have that list in front of me. It's on my phone, which I'm recording the video with. But let me see if I can remember some of them. Sahara Sand is going away. Mary Mallow is going away. So Saffron. Pacific Point. I'm drawing a Rich Razzleberry. And I can't think of the others. I'm so sorry. But it is on my blog, which ones are going away. And also I've introduced the new colors to you also. And the new in colors are on there, which they're fabulous. But a really big change. So if there are any of them going away that you want paper or ink refills, you should probably grab that now while you still can. And then come May 4th, you can order the new items. And if you become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you have early access starting April 4th. And which is today, I believe. So that's exciting. You'll enjoy that. So the last day to order from the 2022-23 catalog is May 3rd. And the same for the mini catalog, January through April, is May 3rd. So hurry up and get what you can. There are a few items from the mini catalog that will be in the annual catalog, but not all of them. And none of the designer series papers in either catalog will be continued forward. So that is something to keep in mind if there's anything you want. And the last chance sale starts April 4th. And some of the items that they are discontinuing will be on sale up to 60% off, but not everything will. And the bundles that are in the mini catalog that carry forward to the new annual catalog, they'll lose the bundle price. They'll probably be sold separately as stamps and dies. So you lose that 10% discount if you buy them both at the same time. And okay, we are going to use the Dainty Delights stamp set. This is in the mini catalog, and it is being carried forward into the new annual catalog. So that is exciting. And we're going to make this card today. I'm going to show you a technique. It is the painter's tape technique. Some of you may have heard of it and done it before. I first taught this technique a number of years ago to the papercraft group I belonged to in Arizona. And that was a long time ago. And so I thought I would, for new people who don't know about it, I thought I would show you how to do it. And I just made a fun spring card. It says hello, which the hello is from the Irresistible Bloom stamp set. The die that I used to cut this out is from, I just had them over here. It's the Beautiful Shapes dies. Oh, they're right here. They're the Beautiful Shape dies. And it is these, let's see, I forget. That's not really an octagon because octagon has 8 sides and this only has 6. And you have these right here. But this is the die right here that I used. And it has some cool lines that it puts on it. And then I inked some balmy blue ink around it. So I like that. Those. Nice dies. And that one that I used to cut this out is great for small greetings. And then on the inside, Spring is Everywhere is from the Gnomes dies. And then this is from Dainty Delights. And I accidentally, when I was making the card, the paper I was did for the front was embossed, and I put it on the inside. So I went ahead and left it on the inside and with the cardstock, because this is the web from the basic 3D embossing folders. This is the web one, which are all the little lines. I figured it'd be easy to write on. So there we go. Okay, so I am just going to set that up here so I can look at it, and I'm going to move that to the side. And I started with a piece of cardstock that is let's see, this is 3 inches by 4 inches. And then I just took the blue painter's tape. You can use the green frog tape if you want to. You could probably even use masking tape. What I like about this, though, is because it does get on my paper background here, and the painter's tape comes up, I think, easier than what the masking tape may. And I don't want to rip my cardstock in case some ink doesn't get on the tape on one edge or something. Okay, so we are going to start with the Balmy Blue. I'm going to open all the colors now. So we have the Balmy Blue. We have Parakeet Party, which is a 22 to 24 in color. And we have Highland Heather, which is a favorite of mine. Okay, purple is my favorite color, so anything purple I'm for. So I'm just taking the tape, I lay it on the diagonal, and I rub my finger on it to make sure it gets plenty of ink. I set that aside. And then I want to start this, I want to make sure my paper's even. I want to start this probably about, 3/8 of an inch. About 3/8 or so. That may even be a half of an inch. And when you look at your painter's tape, when you have the ink on it, you can see where the triangles are from running it to the corner. And the width is small enough that I can get the triangles so they don't just do part. You just have to look at what you're doing. And I leave mine on. You can take it off if you want to, but I just leave it on to hold it in place while I'm doing the others. Can you see this? You can. Okay. So just rub my finger along there. You don't have to. You can just, put it down and lift it up. But I think this gets better ink coverage. You can see. Now, I didn't get it down at the very bottom all the way, and that's okay. And you can see what I mean about the angle ends. I can actually see that through this side. So I just make sure that I center them. There we go. And I just leave a little bit. It's up to you how much room you want to leave. And then my Highland Heather. I appreciate you coming and watching my video today. Thank you. And if you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you would like to get my emails, go to stampinwithbonnielynn.com. And there will be a pop-up there, and you can sign up for my emails. Right now, while I'm still recovering and getting my energy back from being so sick over the last few months, when I continue my testing, I'm only doing 1 email a week pretty much, unless there's something exciting to tell you. Then I do send out an email for that. Like when I send out the last chance list, you'll find those on my website. I just am having to pace myself. And there we go. And then I could use this over again, but this is my last card of the day, and I want it to use fresh, so I'm just going to throw it away. I'm actually going to teach this card in my beginner's class in this month. It should be fun. So And it's an easy card, and it's a fun one. So I'm going to close these up for now. And that's the most even I got the top and the bottom yet on the cards I've made. Okay. And then I want to stamp one of the stamps from here in the middle. Now I could do this. Let me see. Sometimes this sticks so hard. This is going to be a thinking of you card. You know, I think this time we'll go with the big one. We'll see how that looks. So I need to get out a bigger block. I could put it in my Stamparatus, and if I was stamping it in black, which when I taught the class, I did have them use black ink, but I kind of like early espresso more. So we are going to do this one in early espresso. Would help if I hold it the right way. And go in and stamp, tap, 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 get it good and inked up. The early espresso is so dark that it almost looks black. Okay, and I'm sitting at my desk doing this. I'm going to stand up so I can see a little bit better. Just hold it down. Oh, it's raining. It's actually hailing outside. The sun was shining just a few minutes ago. I live in Idaho, outside of Boise, and it's been a long winter. But we got lots of snow this year up in the mountains, so that should mean a good irrigation season for our farmers. All right, so there we go. I love that. That's very pretty. And you know why I have the stamp out, we're going to go ahead and stamp the inside of our card. Now, instead of using the Parakeet Party on this one, I decided to go for Gorgeous Grape. So let's see, what color did I stamp? What color should we stamp the flower in? I think we'll use the Parakeet Party. So this is for my card inside. So I'll just go lay that down right there. And I got ink all over this. Okay, so I'm gonna go on and stamp this up. Now I could stamp it off and put it in the middle, but I'm gonna leave this blank because it is a thinking of you, so I don't want people to be afraid to write over top of it. I'm just gonna put that there, just like so. Oh, how pretty is that? Okay, and then let's grab the envelope, being we have it. Re-stamp it up. And we'll just stamp it right down here. I love it. I love putting a stamp on the front of them. I like that so much more than the Designer Series paper, but I do use the paper on the back, especially when I don't have any other choices that I like. So, okay, so let me wipe this off. My husband was washing rags today, so I threw my chamois in the washer. So I'm using a blue paper towel, the ones that we use out in the garage. They don't leave the lint that regular paper towels do, and so I really like them. Go on and put that back in there. Okay. See how easy that was to stamp, do the painter's tape, how quick it was, and then stamp a pretty flower on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our card base, and I'm going to move this paper out of the way now. And I'm using thick basic white. You don't have to use the thick basic white, and especially since I'm putting a layer, I'm layering this, you could really just do the thin, because I'm also putting the Highland Heather as a background behind my saying. Okay, and I want some tear and tape. Okay, for the ribbon, now this is a retired ribbon. This one was from the year before last. It is Crossgrain Highland Heather ribbon. But you know, we have these ribbons and everything, and we just need to use them up. So you want to put it so it's about in the middle. Now this is 11 inches. Probably, I could have probably done 10 inches. But I'm getting arthritis pretty bad. It's getting really bad in my fingers now. So I just need a little bit extra ribbon to make it go good, to tie easier. Now I'm using tear and tape, and because I want this to stick to the cardstock, I'm putting another piece of tear and tape over it. And I'm not tying a bow on this one. I'm just tying the ends together and let them hang down. Okay, and I want this to go across from it. So I put that right there. And then put another piece of tear and tape over top it. Holds it down good. And let me make sure. And that's pretty even. Okay. Now I put this back down. And so instead of running it all the way around, and not have that bulk behind it, I just cut the piece off and tape it under both sides like that. Okay, and you center this where you want it on your card front. Make sure it's straight and that you like it. Take off the top. Then turn it and take it off this side. Your top has it anchored, so it's not going to move anyplace. There we go. And now that you take off the last two, the bottom and the other side at the same time. And there we go. Everything is anchored nicely in place. And by putting that extra tear and tape over top the ribbon is securely anchored. Now this embossing folder was one of the basic 3D online exclusive. I call it the Pinwheel one. I should look up and see what their official name for it is. I haven't. No particular reason. I just like the name Pinwheel for it. Okay, so I'm going to take our flower colored background, and I'm going to take some dimensionals and get them started. And I use 8 on a piece this size. Some of you may think that's overboard, but when it goes through the mail, that way it's less likely to be squished as bad. So I just do another little triangle of them, or square of them, right in through here to give it more support. There we go. All right. If you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would love it if you would shop with me. And if I ever encourage you to buy a set or something, I would really like to know that. And I would really super love it if you would shop with me for that. My website is Bonnie Lynn, that's BONNIELYNN. It's stamping with BonnieLynn.com. And there's a link to my online store on my webpage and also the host code. When you use the host code and you spend at least $50 in merchandise, you get 2 bonus points. And then for every increment of $25 on merchandise, you get another bonus point. And after you reach 10 bonus points, you get a $25 gift certificate to use with me, a credit. So, okay, here's my ribbon. I held it off to the side while I put this on. So it's right there. So I want to hold it up straight and I want to cut it at an angle. And then I just want to take this as you can see, I have trouble with that index finger on my left hand, so I'm trying to learn how not to use it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie a knot over here. I normally don't like to use this wide of a ribbon when doing this, but this is what I had that matched, so. And I could have probably taken the white crinkle seam binding ribbon and colored it with my Highland Heather Stampin' Blend. And that would have matched too. And just cut a little bit more of that off. All right. Okay. So I already stamped my greeting. And I did a thinking of you. And I used the go-to greetings for this. And I used the one that was right there. I forgot I didn't have to stamp it again. So it's right here. And I love this stamp set. I have not used them all yet, but you got 3 different sizes of happy birthday, thinking of you, just a note, and thank you. And then there's also a little hello stamp on there. So it is really nice. Okay, what did I do? Here it is. And I did this in the Balmy blue. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it on here like this. So I'm going to get 3 of my mini dimensionals. Here they are. Make sure I put them at the bottom of it, which is right here. And I also want to get a couple glue dots. I know I have glue dots. It's amazing. I thought everything was so nice and organized before I started, and then I start moving things around and I cover everything up. So I'm just going to put a glue dot up on each corner, and that way, because it's going to stick to up here, I'm going to get this off. Oops. There we go. And just center that on here. And then we'll get some embellishments. These are the let's see. The Pastel pearls. And we are going to use this Highland Heather one right here. I think I'm going to put one right here. I think I'll just put one right down over here. Just use the 2. Yeah, I like that. Maybe. There we go. And then for the inside, we already stamped our flower. So I get a piece of Highland Heather cardstock. Okay, my white cardstock was 3 3/4 by 5. And my Highland Heather is 4 by 5 1/4. down. And then we'll put this down in here just like so. I may have done the Highland Heather just a tick above the 4 by 5 1/4, just so that we could see a little bit more of it. And there's plenty of room to write on it. And it is a white card base, so you could actually write on the other side. And then on the back, we are going to get the limited editions, and this is on the list to go away. Let's do the we'll do this one here, limited edition. I like that stamp, and I am going to do it in the Highland Heather. See how quick this card goes? It is so fast. And it's not really a messy one to make at all. For me, that means something. And just stamp there like that. And there we go. So I got the Stampin' Up on the back in case I want to sell it. It meets the angel policy. And if you're not familiar with that, please feel free to contact me. And it is in our catalog. It does explain what the angel policy is. And there we go. Let me get that out of the way. And I also want to show you another one I made. Okay, this is the one that we just did. And this is the one I did earlier. I like them with both of the different flowers on it. I think they're really pretty. I like the ribbons. And then we have the insides. Very pretty. And then I did this one. This is a sympathy card I did in all retired products, believe it or not, except for the ribbon. The ribbon's in the mini catalog. But the stamp I used is the World of Dreams. The colors I used was Soft Sky, Sahara Sand, and Balmy Blue. This is Soft Sky cardstock that I still have. And I inked, after doing the saying, I cut it out with the decal rectangle. And I inked with the dauber some Balmy Blue around the edge. These are Soft Skies candy dots from a long time ago. Then on the inside, I had a computer printed saying that I like for sympathy cards. And I stamped it with the World of Dreams stamp and Sahara Sand. And we have a Soft Sky panel behind it. So that is it. My 3 painter's tape cards, all a little bit different looking, but all very pretty. These 2 are great for springtime. And I think this makes a nice sympathy card. It's simple and it's heartfelt and it's meaningful. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate your time and I appreciate your business. And just thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day or evening, whatever it is. And I'll see you next time on Stamping with Bonnie Lynn. Thanks. Bye.